Welcome into today's live edition of my NBA Mailbag, where I'm answering all of your questions. And hey, if I didn't get to your question today, you can hit me up on Twitter at Jimmy_Crowther, and I'll try to answer as many NBA questions as you have. Gia Hua says, should the Celtics trade for Buddy Hield? You know, here's the reason that I say no. Number one, you're giving up assets for Buddy Hield, and at this point, I think we know what Buddy Hield is. He's a great three-point shooter, but he doesn't really play a lot of defense, and he's not a great playmaker. And somebody that I think Buddy Hield is very, very similar to already is Aaron Nesmith, who shot 52% from three at Vanderbilt. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say no, and you just kind of rely on Aaron Nesmith off the bench to be your sharpshooter. That's all that Buddy Hield would be. Plus, again, who are you giving up for Buddy Hield? You really want to give up bench assets for him? I'm not so sure. Larry Bird Season says, which rookie will make a bigger impact for the Celtics? Good question. So, the Celtics technically have three rookies when you include Yam Madar, but he's a draft and stash player, so we're not going to talk about him. We're going to talk about the 2 first-round picks they got in Payton Pritchard and Aaron Nesmith. And honestly, both these guys are going to bring something into the Celtics that they desperately need, and that's three-point shooting off the bench. Now, Danny Ainge has stated that he literally loves Payton Pritchard. He took him in the first round for a reason. I had a second-round grade on him. Boston went with him in the first. Hey, ballsy move while Tyrell Terry was still on the board, but they ended up taking him, and when he was a senior in college, he shot 41.5% from three. And you look at that, you think that's great. Aaron Nesmith shot 52% from three. Now, obviously, it was a very limited sample size because he had a major injury. But if I had to choose one to make the bigger impact, I do think it's going to be Aaron Nesmith. He's more NBA ready right now than Payton Pritchard is, although Pritchard was a 4-year college guy out of Oregon. And Nesmith fits a bigger need as a wing, whereas Pritchard is a guard, and the Celtics already have so many guards on that roster. So I'm leaning Aaron Nesmith, but I think the Celtics will try to rely on Payton Pritchard pretty heavily. Ryan H. says, could the Sixers finish ahead of Boston? What seed do you think Philly is? Man, off the top of my head, as I'm looking, actually, I guess not technically off the top of my head because I'm looking at the rankings right here. First of all, I'll say no. I don't think Philly finished above Boston. I think Boston is the better team for a reason. If I had to predict the seed that Philadelphia is, I'll go. Their ceiling is like the 4th seed. I would say their floor is probably 6 or 7. If things go south with injuries, they could be out of the playoffs. But I think Boston finishes ahead of them. I think Milwaukee finishes ahead of them. I think the Heat finish ahead of them. And then in there at 4, I think you could find Philadelphia. And now if you want to check out our deals over at Fanatics, I got the place for you to go. Chatsports.com/NBA Mask. Hooking up all of our NBA watchers with this awesome deal. Chatsports.com/NBA Mask. Go click on this link that you see in the comments or in the description of this video, and you can get whatever team mask you're feeling, whether it's this blue and orange New York Knicks mask. Hey, for a lot of things they do wrong, the Knicks do get their colors right. At least that looks somewhat good. But whatever team you want to rep and however many you want to buy, chatsports.com/NBA Mask is the place to go. Jeff Stamp says, what realistic trade target can the Celtics chase after besides Miles Turner? Jeff, you must be watching our Celtics channel quite a bit because I feel like I talk about Miles Turner every single time on that channel. If you want another big man, I don't know if it's realistic, but let's go pipe dream. How about that? Rudy Gobert is the guy you're going to chase because he's a free agent in 2021. Maybe you can convince him to stick around for a little bit longer. I just don't know who they're going to give up. Do they give up Grant Williams and, an Aaron Nesmith plus another young piece? I don't know. Maybe Marcus Smart. Would it cost that? I don't know. But Rudy Gobert would probably be your pipe dream if you're a Celtics fan. At the end of the day, the Celtics don't need a whole lot besides another true big man or maybe a new point guard if you're tired of Kemba Walker. Now, if I didn't get your question on my mailbag or I haven't gotten to it yet, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Jimmy_Crowther and send me any NBA questions you might have. I try to check my DMs every night before I go to bed for any new NBA questions, and I always have a lot. So go ahead and follow me at Jimmy_Crowther. I appreciate all of those of you that already have.